blockade runners are destroyed. That should slow them down significantly.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some very good and exciting news for Battlefront 2. During my live stream today, Dennis Brännvall, the Associate Design Director and actually now the full Design Director of Star Wars Battlefront 2 jumped in to answer some questions. I'm going to talk about his promotion a little bit later in the video, but first I wanted to bring up some of the questions that he answered during my live stream. So a big thanks to him for hopping on randomly into the chat. I had no idea he was going to turn up. But he answered a couple of questions that the community was asking about. First of all, regarding balance patches. And he said that balance patches will be coming out every 2 weeks. So that is a significantly better number than in the previous game, as I think it was roughly 2 months there instead of 2 weeks. So it's really good to see that the game will be able to evolve with short time spans, so if something breaks they can quickly fix it. And I also do know that they have a lot better options to server-side patch things like they did with the hero locks yesterday. And then he also said, when asked about customization, and I quote from the chat, there will be a significant amount of cosmetics coming and we're going to have to take a look at the progression system in relation to that. So although vague, significant amount of cosmetics sounds very good, because that's something I think a lot of us want. I hope they will take away the gameplay items, put them in non-buyable loot crates, and then put all the cosmetics in there to pay for instead. That would be the ideal situation, but just in general, this customization is coming is of course very good. And then regarding the continuous music option that you can't currently use, he said that it will be making it into the game in a patch very soon, the Last Jedi patch, the latest, which I think is 3 or 4 weeks from now, so that is the longest we will have to wait, but potentially we could get it earlier than that. And then he also said that the AMA tomorrow will be during the evening European time, so probably I would just guess around 5 or 6, but he just said evening, and I will be live streaming the whole evening, and I'm planning to kind of cover the AMA live on the live stream and hop back and forth between the game and the AMA with you guys. To give you all the details you possibly can, and Dennis will indeed be there. So now over to his promotion that is actually really important for the game. For those of you who have followed me or followed the last game since its beginning know that Dennis took over as the design director or the lead designer of the last game when the DLCs hit, and he did a lot of changes to fix that game and basically responded to the most community concerns the best he could in a post-launch. I mean, you can't completely change the game. And he has been the associate design director of Battlefront 2 actually up until today, because he messaged me after the stream and said he was promoted to design director today, which means that he is now in charge of everything basically for the game. And as you can see on his LinkedIn, he was associate design director, and these are the things he did take over design direction for midway through production: core systems, classes, gunplay, levels, game modes, heroes and vehicles, all of which are pretty damn awesome. And then if we go over to the things he did not control or design, it's the progression, loot boxes and the single player. All 3 things that has not had the best reception, to say the least. If you go and look at any of the reviews of the game, those 3 things are pretty much the only things dragging the game down. So I do understand why he wanted to post this on his LinkedIn and actually go out and say, okay, these are the things I did work on. I am now design director and work on everything. And that's also something he said a lot during the live stream, that we're gonna take a look at the progression, we're gonna balance the credit system, and I'm honestly really glad to hear about these news. He did a lot of changes for the last game, so I'm really confident that he will be able to do the same here, and especially for the progression and loot box part, because he's very in touch with the community, and you can see how pissed he was about the actual situation with the credit locks for the heroes and how they weren't properly balanced. He also said that in the stream chat that he wished they would have had a better beta testing period, so they could have come out with a proper number at the release instead of having to patch that after it exploded in the Reddit and gaming community in general. So yeah, this game is in for a very good post-launch treatment, that is for sure, and I'm excited to see how it will change over time, because I think if the game is a 7 or 8 now based on most reviews, it could probably go up to a 9 or 10 within half a year or so, depending on how much they get to change of the base progression, loot boxes and so on. But yeah, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the force be with you.